before I get started mixing this track up or any track up, I want to make sure the boom and the bap works, or the kick drum and the snare drum work for the kind of genre of music I'm trying to mix. So let's play this back and we can hear it. I'm going to play the drums separately. I like that kick drum. I like this, but it's too tinny for me. For me, it's like crackling. It's like a popcorn crack. No, it's like a trash can I knew my neighbor had, like almost, And it's kind of like tinny and thin. It's like a smash or something. I don't know, but I don't like it really so much. So what I do want to do is change this. So I'm working on these two elements first because they must work together to be convinced it's real music, right? We're going to right here, and here we are on the mixing board. So this is one aspect of the mixing board inside of our MPC software. So I'd come to here and I click on this. It gives me my mixing board, which shows up here. There are three different settings of mixing board. There's this one here, which is the show pad mixer. The other setting is show channel mixer, which is right here. I can see the channels itself. I can see the audio, the program itself, and I can see the subgroup that returns in the masters right here. If I play this back, you see the masters right here, and right here is the program. I can go to here. I get a combination of everything. I get a combination of showing the pad and the channel mixers, which is kind of cool. But for this lesson, it's kind of confusing. So I want to go back to here for this lesson and start with this very first section of my mixer. So what I normally do in a mixer, I'll have these things here. I'll have this here. I'll have a Parametric EQ and a compressor here. I have that. I have the stuff here, right? And I've got here too and here as well. Now I've done some work on this snare drum, just to be honest. I want to move faster rather than just do a lot of stuff here. So we'll listen back to this beat. That's how it normally sounds. So what I did, I came here to this Parametric EQ, and I wanted to do some work on it. Turn it on. Right, great. And I did some work here where I sort of like changed the setting here in the range right here. And this is the Q3. And this is like the low mids, right? And I'm right here. These are my lows right here. And up here are my highs, right? So I changed it somewhat, and I end up using this live end, or low end rather. And you'll see here, there's a low end here. I pull this in, and then I just adjust it to fit what I want it to fit. And now I'll play it back. Let's play without it. Now with it. And I like that better. It's like a shotgun, actually, or some sort of, something happening. My only problem is that something at the end goes, whoosh. I don't know what that is. So I don't like that. So I got a compressor here as well. So I'm put the compressor, and I did set this up. But it comes out even more now. Right? So normally when that happens, I'll go back to the mix. I'll say, I need to go back to the mix again, right here. And when I get to the mix, I'm going like, okay, I got that. So let me turn this off. And I want to see what my problem is. So I come to here, and I want to go to here, and I see if there's some air here. I think there is. See, it happens here, that sound. So I want to pull this in some. I want to get rid of that. But it cuts it off where it isn't like actually like it's in something. It's like it's almost sharpened out. So first of all, when I normally get here and look at this sample, I say, this is the entire sample, right? And I'm curious about this sample. What can I do to help this sample out, for one? And you never know what you can do. So I'm making sure I want to cut it off here at the top. And so what I'm going to do next is I want to go back to here. Make sure my grid appears there. I'm going to go back to my mixer and play this back. I may want to add a reverb now. So I come back to here to see, will that compensate for what I'd like to hear more of? So now I'm back in this other window, as you can see here, where I have my pads on top and my channels on the bottom. So I'm going to come to here, and I'm probably going to put a reverb in here or something. I'm not getting me a reverb. Nothing is good for me. And I want to probably go back up here again and drag it down I want to get to send something there. Right? And I'll bring this down and get some dry, wet thing going on here. And I like that. So I compensated for that, what I took out. I gave a little bit of this reverb here. I will adjust it as I start to do the mix, but I got a good basic place I want to start from. Then I want to bring the hi-hats and get me an idea what's going on with the hi-hats. Then my next thing would be to like listen to it carefully and listen to it low and loud. Get a balance between these instruments. Now, once I like that and I get some good idea, I think it's pretty good. I want to make sure I don't have too much of this going on, right? So I may just come in here and do something here and just go like, bring it down a little bit more. I can see what I got there and play this back. And you see how low that is? Very low. Not much going in there. This is what I want. I like the way it sounds. It's cool already. This up and the rest is a bit too much for me, but I don't mind that for right now. I'm going to get the bounce. So I got that going on. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably look at this bass drum. I want to make sure that it dominates as well with that snare drum now percolating pretty good. So I'll come down to here, and I say I want to do something with this bass drum, right? I like the bass drum here. It's all good, and this is cool. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my mixing board again, and I mean to my regular session here, and I want to look at this sound one more time, the bass drum. Love that sound. And what I probably want to do is check this sound out. So I'll go to waveform here, and I see that sound, and I want to know what this sound's name is, of course. And I can see that's right here, right? And so I want to go back to here. And I can see it here. It's the cycle kick right here, right? So I'm going to see what that is. So good. So now what I want to do, I want to go to probably to my sample editor, right? So I'm going to go to here, and the same sound appears here. And now what I want to do, I want to take this sound, and I'd like to just maximize it. So let's normalize the sound, and you'll see from this diagram, it makes it bigger, right? Goes from there to here. I want to make sure it's covering a full range of what's there for it to be a full sample of. Whoa, look at that, it's bigger. See, that's much bigger than before. Let's hit this drum now. Let's go back to home, hit the drum. Matter of fact, let me undo it so you know we can undo it. So undo always works. I'm gonna make sure we can undo this for you. So see, it's undo. So now I go back here again. I'm going to redo it. I'm going to go to normalize. I'll press normalize again so you see it for sure. It says normalize. I'll press do it and see it's bigger. Nice, great. So now I want to go back to here and get an idea. How much bigger is it? How does it sound? Oh, butter. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I'm feeling that. So let me go back here to the mixing board and play them together. And that's how I sort of adjust my boom bap when I get a sound like this when I'm mixing and people hire me to mix or do something. So I also do mixes for clients. As you all know, you can always go online to my website, sampleKings.com, go in the store, book me for a session. I can help you mix with your MPC software. It doesn't matter what you mix on. It matters what you know what you're doing. This is all inside a box here with plugins. And it's not like this other software is better than that. It's their plugins that are better. It's their way to route it. Sometimes it's also the software. But in this case, it's an MPC. So it's going to be good for you if you do it on your computer as well, because you just want to make your beat sound really good to give that artist or someone, or to access someone here how dope your track sound. And your tracks can sound dope in here. I'll go further with the beat also, but that's for this lesson right here. Any questions, hit me up at sampleKings.com or look below. I got a telephone number and I got an address, email address, So hit me up. I'm Doc. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.